particular character somehow ends up with a pair of white briefs on his...
Oh no! That looked like a boy. Yo, what's good guys? Calvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at 10 SpongeBob jokes that went over kids' head. I gotta admit, when I first moved here, I was around 10 years old and I would watch SpongeBob every single day. Matter of fact, that's how I learned my English. By watching SpongeBob is probably one of my favorite shows. But to be honest, some of the jokes I just did not get it. Okay, right now I'm 25. I want to watch some of the jokes again, revisit them, and really try to think about it. It might be pretty interesting. So hopefully you guys can get this video an early thumbs up. Really help out the channel. And yeah, let's get right in for the show.
SpongeBob Squarepants is undoubtedly one of the most popular cartoons the world has ever known.
Yes,
the exploits of the inhabitants of Bikini Bottom keep audiences returning time and time again. Now, in its 20th year, the show has spanned generations, which might be why the writers like to keep things a little saucy. In fact, the show is riddled with adult jokes that kids don't notice. God. It's done so well that you'd never know anything was untoward.
Never seen that one
That's
before.
the charm. We bet that some may even have passed you by, but don't worry. We've looked into it, so you don't have to. So sit back, relax, and join us as we take a look at 10 jokes in SpongeBob that went right over every kid's head.
Alrighty.
As far as adult jokes go, this is a big one.
The soap dropping incident.
In Gary Takes a Bath, SpongeBob spends most of the episode trying to trick his pet snail Gary into taking a bath. He paints the bathtub to look like a pirate's treasure chest, handing Gary 2 bars of pink soap, saying that they're doubloons. But he makes sure to tell him not to drop them, throwing in a sly wink for good measure. Many kids just saw this as SpongeBob good-naturedly just warning his pet not to drop the doubloons. But the adults watching knew it meant something different. Let's just say that dropping the soap is a common prison term for when an inmate has to bend over in the shower to retrieve their lost goods, leaving them particularly susceptible to, unwanted advances. It's so widely known that it's often joked about, although it's a pretty serious situation.
Yep, this is definitely serious situation, okay? Don't ever drop the soap in the person. If you do, they gonna hit you from behind, okay?
Such a fast quip that nearly all of us missed it. Thankfully, it's so veiled that the kids would never even think to ask their parents what SpongeBob really meant. Pretty sneaky, right?
Very sneaky. The Scabby's cake.
Birthdays are great, especially in SpongeBob. You can count on all the characters to really go all out for each other's special day, which is why SpongeBob gave his BFF Patrick a beautifully decorated cake to celebrate. Isn't that nice? We all need a friend as caring as SpongeBob, don't we?
Yes.
Well, maybe not, considering how the cake turned out in the end. Let's just say it's definitely sickly and not very sweet. He tried his best, but this is classic SpongeBob. Rather than a simple happy birthday Patrick, our guy picked one that said, "Sorry I gave you scabies." The scandalous part is that scabies is most commonly passed on through direct skin-to-skin contact. While this could be as simple as shaking hands for an extended amount of time, it's most commonly caught by the sort of adult activities that don't involve playing chess, if you catch our drift.
Oh! X-rated TV shows.
There's a lot of things we don't quite get about the life under the sea. Like, how do they manage to keep electricity working when they're all surrounded by water? How does everyone not end up fried? Surely it would be a recipe for disaster. No one in their right mind would wire an entire underwater community with such a dangerous thing, would they? Okay, it's a cartoon. We'll get over it. In one particular episode, Your Shoes Untied, SpongeBob is at home, kicking back and watching some TV. It's clear that what he's watching isn't the Bikini Bottom news, but a sea anemone dancing to some music that wouldn't be out of place in a 70s adult movie. SpongeBob clearly gets a little bit excited, moving forward in his seat and really taking in the show. All that's missing is some dollar bills. Gary enters the room and he dramatically returns to normal, telling his pet that he was simply looking for the sports channels. We've all heard that one before.
Oh, okay. So SpongeBob is probably watching something he is not supposed to watch. Maybe some bikinis, some actual bikinis at the bottom of the ocean, okay? That's why he was so excited. I mean, just look at him. He was up in his chair, was like, oh my god, I'm just so mesmerized. I know SpongeBob was getting way too excited. SpongeBob's secret crush.
It's difficult to imagine anyone liking Squidward at all. He's such a grumpy character, he hates everyone and everything, sans his clarinet. Despite this attitude, the other characters always try to do right by him. Trying to think of him as the object of someone's affections is even harder. Who would be so crazy as to have a crush on this hardened barnacle? In one episode, 200 patties into the sea, SpongeBob says goodbye to Squidward twice. On the second try, he adds a little weird flair, causing Patrick to ask his best friend why he said it twice. SpongeBob says it's because he likes Squidward, and the rest of the adult world is left wondering, does he like Squidward? Viewers have wondered ever since the beginning of the show if SpongeBob was gay, so it's just another reason for the world to question it. Although, really at this point, it's the world's worst kept secret. We all know the truth, even if youngsters don't quite get it yet. See?
Dude, I don't know, man. I can't imagine if SpongeBob just turned gay. I mean, that would not work. What are some evidence that point out that SpongeBob is actually gay? Not really that much of any evidence at this point of time, you know. Only the creator can make that change. If the creator decided, oh, let's make SpongeBob gay, you know, that's the truth. But right now, I just hope that SpongeBob is not gay, okay? I just cannot see it.
Sea sponges are asexual, so...
Suspicious balloons.
There's definitely something to be said for the odd lewd joke, isn't there? No matter how mature you are, most of us enjoy a good giggle at the stuff, especially when it's hidden inside a kid's cartoon. We know it's not supposed to be there, and that's what makes it so delicious. In one episode, SpongeBob is using balloons to make a balloon Squidward. Nothing untoward there, right? Oh, how naive you are, dear viewer. Unfortunately, the balloons were clear, had a slight point at the end, and looked identical to those items that your parents always told you to keep in your wallets on prom night.
Oh no. It looked like condoms. Oh my god. Can't believe it. Oh no.
Along with the "it's better to be safe than sorry" speech.
Especially the nose. Oh no. I just cannot unsee it right now. I am so sorry. I don't have a dirty mind, but this is just way too obvious. I mean, the kids might not know it, but for me, it was just too obvious.
Sure, the writers could have just been thinking of balloons and balloons alone, but it certainly doesn't look that way.
Yeah, they could have put the balloon in a different color too, you know, but it's clear. You know, that's what the color looked like too. It's kind of clear.
If they were trying to be innocent, then why make them see-through? But no, They wanted the adults to have something to hold on to, although perhaps that's the wrong phrase to use in this situation.
The Krusty Krab.
SpongeBob Squarepants has some really strange names for places and people. I mean, there's a snail named Gary. No offense to the Garys out there, of course. And the entire place is called Bikini Bottom. Why would you want to draw links with what is basically underwear?
Yeah.
That's not the biggest issue, though. SpongeBob makes a living flipping Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab, an establishment run by Mr. Krabs. Both Krusty and Krabs might be direct references to infections in the intimate area that are passed between two consenting adults.
Ooh.
We feel dirty just talking about it.
Mr. Krabs Nickelodeon.
We're not done with you yet, Mr. Krabs. There's a lot to be said for that grumpy boss. Almost too much, actually, but we'll stick with this one. It's not unusual to see characters sans clothing occasionally, but it is rare to see them in lingerie, especially Mr. Krabs, who is supposed to be male.
What in the world? What episode is this when Mr. Krab wears some bras? I mean, does he really need bras because he got some huge man boobs? Or he just secretly like to wear the man bras?
Not saying males can't wear lingerie, but yeah.
It's weird.
In one episode, Plankton longs to live Mr. Krabs' life. Conveniently, he has a machine that can transport him to a universe where he and Mr. Krabs switch lives. In that universe, Mr. Krabs is just like Plankton. He goes by Krabs, he wants his claws on the secret Krabby Patty formula, and doesn't wear any clothes. To fight him off, SpongeBob utilizes a cannon that fires clothing against Krabs, finally getting a direct hit with a white underwired bra.
Oh!
It's only then that Krabs faces defeat, and the rest of the Krusty Krab let out their victory screech.
Okay, so yeah, that was just, I was thinking way too much. I thought Mr. Krabs want to wear bras just for fun, but it was definitely not the case, okay? SpongeBob farewell.
Mrs. Puff kind of gets a rough deal at times when it comes to handling all of the debauchery from some of Bikini Bottom's residents. Like when SpongeBob takes a boat driving course. He manages to crash, creating all kinds of chaos that only he could. There is stuff everywhere, and probably a few thousand Krabby Patties worth of damage. Poor Mrs. Puff surveys the wreckage as SpongeBob hops out and says, "See you next Tuesday," like nothing happened. Now, we all know that he's one sandwich short of a picnic, so that's hardly a shock. However, we hadn't realized he was quite so rude. Don't get it? This phrase is used by people who want to secretly insult others. If you turn CU into the letter CU and take the next two initials of next Tuesday, you've got yourself one heck of a dirty word. Some consider it to be the worst word in the world.
Way. No way. See you next Tuesday. CUNT. Oh my god, that is our secret message right now. Wherever, if you want to insult someone, you just tell them, "See you next Tuesday," and they don't even know it, okay? If you made it to this point of the video, leave it in the comment section, "See you next Tuesday," okay? Very few people will understand it except for you and me.
Not only did SpongeBob almost kill Mrs. Puff, but he said that too.
Underwear face.
SpongeBob's nose has been the butt of many jokes, but this is one of the best things we've ever seen. Ever. His face literally becomes the butt of a joke. We can't get over the brilliant simplicity of it. The titular character somehow ends up with a pair of white briefs on his...
Oh no! That looked like when a boy have a man or morning wood, okay? You know, when guys wake up in the morning, that's what happens, okay? Having a boner. If you're a girl watching this video, yeah, I feel sorry for you. I can definitely see it. Oh my god.
His face, and it looks anything but savory. In fact, we're pretty sure this bit was crafted purely to be frowned upon. How it made it through the editing is a mystery for the ages.
Yeah,
his nose juts out, making it look like something else entirely.
You know, like kids, when they saw this, they'd be like, why is SpongeBob look like he is having a boner? And it's also having a boner in his forehead.
How this got past the censors, we'll honestly never know. It's such a brazen reference to, well, we all know what it's a reference to.
Yeah,
this isn't even a joke that's just been slipped in under the radar. This is an outright flaunt by writers who clearly think they can get away with just about anything by this point. Do you think kids knew what this looked like? Let us know in the comments.
If you were like maybe 15 or 10 years or younger, did you know about this joke? You know, the joke where SpongeBob wear like an underwear? Did you get it? Leave it in the comment section below. The mystery seahorse.
In the episode My Pretty Seahorse, SpongeBob becomes attached to a brand new ride, Mystery. Rather than get a car, this is how the little yellow sponge likes to get around. But of course, things don't quite go to plan. He parks Mystery outside of the front of the Krusty Krab as he goes into work, thinking nothing of it. Mystery is quietly minding her own business, as seahorses do, when she is rudely awakened. Two dim-witted fish show up, thinking that Mr. Krabs put in a new kiddie ride. They're eager to try it out, so they look for a coin slot to put the money in to activate her, just like you do with any kids' attraction at the mall. Can you see where this is going? One of them thinks that they found the coin slot and puts the money in, causing Mystery to shoot him off like a bat out of hell. We didn't see where he tried to put the coin, but given that she was a female, you can only imagine.
Oh, that is so bad. You put the coin in the female's private area? No wonder you got kicked in the face, you know.
There we have it. SpongeBob Squarepants is pure filth disguised as kids programming. No, it's not really, but it does have a penchant for pushing the envelope, and we love it. Have you noticed some adult jokes that we didn't mention? Let us know in the comments so we can sleuth it out. There's nothing we like better than a little bit of a chuckle. Thanks.
Alright, that is the end of the video. We're gonna look at some comments and see what the audience is about to say. Let's see. In the SpongeBob movie, there was a part where Mindy says, "Daddy, no," and Plankton says, "Daddy, yes." Man. Oh no, Mindy was getting a little bit naughty, I guess. You know, just the fact that the city name is Bikini Bottom. I didn't even know Bikini mean when I watched the TV show. I was like 10 years old, okay? The only word I know is apple. Well guys, that is the end of the video. Oh man, I definitely enjoyed this video. It was so interesting. You know, SpongeBob, you know, I watched SpongeBob growing up, and yeah, it definitely opened my eye today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show too. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification, and my social media link is in the description below. And yeah, my name is Kelvin. I see you guys next video.